All right, this story is absolutely hilarious. I love it. The WNBA may have spoiled the name of the expansion franchise in Toronto, the Toronto Tempo, perhaps, which could be temporary. There is a chance it's temporary. There's also a chance it's tempo. Because if you were to have gone on the WNBA's website last night, a specific section that you could sort from, you would see in the team dropdown, one of those selections was the Toronto Tempo. Shout out to Correlation for first finding that and showing me the evidence so I could see it with my own eyes. It was later removed. So that is no longer the case, but I can confirm it was indeed there, and you saw it on the drop down menu as the Toronto Tempo. So again, was it a placeholder for temporary, or is the Tempo going to be the name of the Toronto franchise? And look, I kind of like it. I kind of rock with Tempo, to be honest. You got the alliteration going on. It feels into basketball, right? Like if you push the pace, the tempo. I think if they get the color schemes right and the uniforms right, it could really work. So I am in support of Toronto Tempo if fan suspicions are indeed correct. So that was what you saw out there online last night. Now there was this post from Chelsea Lady, I want to say, who is the editor in chief of Raptors headquarters, has some media credentials within the WNBA. So the WNBA news going around was supposed to be announced at a later date. Definite error on the league's end. This wasn't the original plan. So that gives some credence to the name being real. Again, I don't know. The WNBA has had a penchant for messing some things up. Remember, they got Caitlin Clark's assist total wrong on that one list. Just recently, I think it was actually from the Indiana Fever's page. They said that the Fever would be playing the Liberty in Madison Square Garden. And I don't think people realize how crazy a turn of events that would be, because the Liberty were owned by James Dolan. The Garden is his building. That's where the Knicks play. But then they were acquired by Joe Tsai, who runs the Nets. Barclays Center is their building, and they've created and cultivated a culture over in Barclays Center. I've been there. Liberty games are great at Barclays Center. So the idea that Joe Tsai would allow the Liberty to leave Barclays Center to play in James Dolan's Madison Square Garden is just mind-boggling. There would have been an incredible turn of events. So there have been errors. It could perhaps have just been an error. Whoever was doing it behind the scenes put temporary or whatever as the placeholder. But I've seen enough from reputable types to give it some credence. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a go. Let's go, Toronto Tempo.